Well, more on the story here that Noah's Ark here in Laxey is going to be closing down in just a few weeks' time. With me is Kerry Sharp, who's the sort of campaign leader, one of them anyway, and Facebook's going already, isn't it?
That's right. I set up the Facebook page with fellow parent and village commissioner Justin Rosa, and within the first couple of days we'd had over 2,000 hits. So I think that shows the amount of feeling there is in Laxey.
Where can this go? I mean, at the end of the day, they want to shut down, they want to sell it, maybe, whatever. I mean, they've got control.
Well, we had a public meeting and it was really well attended, and we had accountants, lawyers, bookkeepers, builders, surveyors. They were all offering their help and services for free. We felt that we want to carry on with the nursery as it is, as a not-for-profit organisation, and retain the staff so that the staff retain their jobs. We're quite happy with the nursery the way that it's run. The problem that we face is that the Salvation Army couldn't give us a definite on whether they want to sell the building or whether they just want to sell the business. I
mean, was it making money for them? Was it ticking over okay? Do you know the ins and outs of that sort of thing?
Well, I spoke to Mike Heighton this morning, who is Major Mike Heighton in Liverpool, Salvation Army, and he said at best the business is a break-even business. They did make a loss last year, but that was due to building works. He said that ideally he would like to sell the building, or the Salvation Army would like to sell the building. And I asked, well, what guarantee is there that it would continue as a nursery? And he said, well, he couldn't give a guarantee. The problem for us as parents is that if we lose this building, there's nowhere else to go. Laxey is full of Victorian, small Victorian buildings, little roads. Where else are you going to have a nursery?
People may think that there's enough momentum here, though, to club together, create some sort of cooperative venture, people putting money in other words, and making an offer to buy this and run it. Do you see that as a potential?
Well, what came out of our meeting was that parents are willing to get together and form a cooperative to continue running the nursery as a not-for-profit organisation.
But that's the thing. I mean, do you think it may have to be buy the building and therefore put money into it and actually put it into a profitable sort of situation where people might want to invest?
Well, the Salvation Army is looking at a commercial nursery taking over the building, and there have been several offers so far. However, as parents, we don't really want that, because what's nice about Noah's Ark is its ethos. It only opens 9 till 3. It's a not-for-profit organisation. As soon as you walk into that building, you feel that you're not really handing your children over to be on some kind of commercial conveyor belt. It's got a special atmosphere and a special sort of part of the community.
But you were saying it didn't, or was close to making a break even. I mean, by the sounds of it, prices will have to go up if it want to continue.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, but it's a small building, so you can't really. They already run at maximum capacity, which is 53 children. So if you're going to run longer hours, you've still got to employ more staff. So I don't really see how a commercial organisation is going to make that much more money out of it. Of course they could raise the fees, but there are a lot of parents in Laxey who can't afford commercial nursery fees.
The fact is, though, there is nobody else doing this in the area. Am I right in that?
You're right, this is the only nursery.
So there is definitely demand out there for this service.
Absolutely, and I know a lot of parents who work full-time who organise their childcare around the opening hours of Noah's Ark because they feel it's such a special place.
Where do you go from here? I mean, in sense of pressure now, you're going to have demonstrations appealing to your MHK, what?
Well, the incentive is there to save the nursery. We've got plenty of parents who are willing to work for free and give their skills to run a cooperative to keep the nursery going. I've spoken to the Salvation Army this morning. They said they can't give us a definite yet on whether they want to sell the building or sell the business. They want to remain impartial, and they've asked Black Grace Cowley, estate agents, to collate information from interested parties and then to help the Salvation Army evaluate what is going to be the next move. But from our point of view, we need to know now, because September comes and we need to know that our children have got a nursery place. The staff need to know that they've got jobs. And if we don't get any answers soon, then there are going to be no children to go into the nursery. They'll have all found places elsewhere in Douglas, and there'll be no staff to run it.
Okay. Well, the details on the screen. This is the Facebook group you got?
Yes, it's Save Noah's Ark, Facebook.
Okay, and we'll follow this up and see what goes on. But you've got only till September, basically, to sort it out.
Well, really, we've only got about 6 weeks until the end of term.